Jeff Bezos has always been a group problem solver. Since he was a kid, he preferred working with others to figure things out. And at Amazon, that preference scaled. He hired some of the brightest minds to think together. That collective intelligence helped make Amazon what it is today. For every important meeting, there was a 6-page memo, carefully crafted, full of context, and meant to be read by every person in the room before the meeting began. But there was a problem. People weren't reading the memos.
You could say, I would like everybody to read these memos in advance. But the problem is people don't have time to do that. Mm-hmm. And they end up coming to the meeting having only skimmed the memo or maybe not read it at all. And they're trying to catch up. And they're also bluffing like they were in college, having pretended to do the reading.
Yeah, exactly.
The usual reaction in corporate environments: threats. Read the memo or else. It's a reaction you'd expect from leaders driven by power and status. But fear stifles innovation, and Amazon was built on innovation. Or think of Lumbergh from Office Space: passive-aggressive, bureaucratic, and ineffective. That kind of culture kills motivation and creativity. Bezos took a different route. Maybe it wasn't even a deliberate strategy, just a reflection of who he is, but it was brilliant.
It's better just to carve out the time for people.
And do it
So now
together.
We're all on the same page. We've all read the memo. And now we can have a really elevated discussion.
Instead of forcing compliance through fear, Bezos leveraged his power in a different way. He changed the environment. He made the reading of the memo part of the meeting. Everyone sat in silence, no distractions, no devices, just the memo. It's a classic example of what Richard Thaler and Cass Sunstein call a nudge, changing the structure around a choice to make the better option easier. No threats, no punishments, just smart design. Why did it work? Because Bezos aligned with our evolutionary programming instead of against it. Humans are wired to pay attention to what's happening right now. That's what had kept his team from reading the memo beforehand. Their environment was filled with pressing matters, things they were personally connected to, unlike an abstract memo sitting in their inbox. But once in the room, with nothing else to do, that bias helped Bezos. So, what can you take from this? Align with forces already at play. Bezos turned a cognitive bias, the focus on the present, into a strength. Resist your own bias to react with force. Sometimes the indirect path is smarter. Use leverage. Bezos used the meeting environment itself as leverage. It cost time, yes, but it protected a culture of innovation rather than breeding one of fear. In the end, leadership isn't about control, it's about design. Bezos didn't force better behavior, he engineered it.